Hello guys, welcome to the latest episode of Every Platform, and welcome back to Devon. Devon 3, yes, 3 of them. And today, as you can see, we're at Fennerton, located on the West of England main line. This station, we just got off 159014 and 159103, which you saw in the clip before. This station is a single platform station located in between Pinhoe and Honiton. This is one of the single track sections of the quite commonly single track line. This station is served by one train every 2 hours on the London Waterloo to Exeter St David's services. In terms of the place, not a lot here. It's a little village in is it, I want to say it's East Devon, I think it is. I think it's East Devon this is. So yeah, not much else to say about the station. It has a little green shelter on the left and a level crossing up ahead. Direction of travel, if you look towards where I'm facing at the moment, that is towards Exeter St David's. And if you turn around here and you see Spencer, Intercity 125 fan, Taylor's Trains and More, and Adam, Cornish Train Spotter, who are here today, as well as Brandon, Southern Train Spotter 206, who'll be here later.
I wasn't in the last video.
No, you were.
Oh wait, no,
yes, you were.
Before that, I wasn't.
Yeah, there you go. That was a bit of a mess up. Anyway, so and if you look towards that way, you've got the direction towards London Waterloo.
HST car stops,
and HST car stops are here because HSTs used to stop here on pathing reasons for during diverts.
Anyone got a smart card? I left all mine.
Anyway, I'll start rambling on. If you do check out any updates on trips and posts, please check out any updates on the Facebook group, and follow my Instagram, KTV Vids, and yeah, for story updates. Let's get started on today's episode of Every Platform here on Devon 3. Enjoy.
Well, he's not.
Right, so fact about Fennerton for you, because I did say I'd come up with one. So this station used to be named Sidmouth Junction. So the station right up here, Adam's going to point out, the sign up there says Sidmouth Junction.
The old sort of southern region plaque as well.
Yeah, it is. So the station used to have 3 platforms. A third one was open to serve basically the junction for Sidmouth. It was a branch line. And this station is fairly close to the town of Sidmouth, which is a much bigger coastal town. And this is probably one of the nearest railway stations, as well as Honiton is. So yes, there's Tay. Station, like I say, has a level crossing, and it was actually closed and was opened as to the result of campaigners who wanted this station open to serve the village. Safe to say, it actually does get a fair few people waiting here, so to its credit, I can understand. Yeah, well, that's...
We are currently making up half the people waiting for the train.
I'll tell you something though, that's better than some. Anyway, so, and as you notice as you walk in here as well, there is a tiny ticket office, but it's not open. It's only open Monday to Friday, and the card machine ain't even there. Right, there we go. 7:30 to 10 o'clock, that's how poorly served the station is. Car park out here, and its little green hut right out here. That's Fennerton for you. Next stop for us. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the 0921 South Western Railway service from Salisbury to Exeter St David's.
I mean, you might actually stop down there.
And this station, I forgot to also mention, only serves the front 3 coaches of a 6-coach train. On the front we have 159008, with the rear being 159007, which presents 2 quite well-known quotes on my channel. First of all, it's numerical order. Second of all, 159 James Bond.
Hurry up, slip on the
I'll update you when we get to Wimple. Right, we've now reached Wimple station. Another station on this line where only the front 3 coaches will fit. We'll update you in just a moment here at Wimple. Okay, the partner now is going to be the 0926 South Western Railway service from Salisbury to Exeter St David's. it is 159008 and 159 James Bond 007, and then also in numerical order. So 2 quotes all in one. Why not, eh? Anyway, so this is Wimple. This station, it looks actually a lot nicer than Fennerton does, actually, it must be said. It's got a lovely little station house here, which probably houses the ticket office, which again, like Fennerton, isn't open very frequently. Beautiful countryside view of East Devon as you look at it. And this station serves again a village called Wimple. Yeah, it's a nice little station, this. I quite like it. Single platform, short platform, so only the front 3 coaches of a 6-coach train can fit onto the platform. I'll update you soon. Okay, facts about this station. So Wimple, not a lot of history, must be said. There was a factory here called the White Waste Factory. It closed in 1989, which was basically a goods shed. Like a couple of them, used to have quite a few here. There was a footbridge and another platform here, the remnants of which you can probably see, but they were both demolished. You can probably see the remnants of the platform, but not a footbridge. It's basically overgrown now, but obviously this is here. I was also correct, it is in East Devon, so that is good. The station opened in 1860, and there isn't really a lot of history to it. But yeah, there was a cider factory here, so and much of the goods traffic was generated because obviously a lot of goods factories and stuff were here, but not anymore. It's all nice and quiet now. That's Wimple for you. It's not a lot of history to it, but yeah, 1 train every 2 hours as well on the Exeter Central Waterloo services. Okay, arriving now is the 0945 South Western Railway service to London Waterloo from Exeter St David's, and we've got another pair of 159s, as is always the case on this line. It's 159004 and 019. That's Wimple done. The next stop is Axminster, and we'll update you when we get there. Right, now right into Axminster. They do, don't they? Here we are, Axminster station, where the whole train actually fits. We'll update you in a minute with our next, well, when this train goes. Welcome to Axminster, guys. I forgot to also say that this station is where they cross over. Mostly, they may meet each other here at Axminster.
Don't they do that at Pinhoe as well?
Not as much, but it's mainly here. Anyway, this is Axminster station, where the 2 services will meet. So if you guarantee yourself a connection at Axminster, well, don't, because you probably won't make it. This station serves South Western Railway services hourly, so this one doesn't matter if Wimple or Fennerton is included. Axminster always will be, as well as all the others on this line, well, barring Pinhoe.
Don't forget about mention about the GWR service.
Yes, I know. Great Western Railway has just recently started to terminate here, and I should have said that about the other stations as well. But I don't think they call it Fennerton and Wimple. I think it goes Cranbrook and then goes straight to Honiton.
Let me confirm that for you.
But Adam's going to look it up whilst I talk. The other thing to note about Axminster is it is also home to South Western Railway's food catering company thing, Rail Gourmet, who operate a base here. So, and they usually run in the early mornings, and they do like a catering service. But it's like morning peak time services they do it only. They don't do it during the day. The station is also the nearest stop to the Jurassic Coast, which is a famous walk path that takes you into Dorset. It's also a World Heritage Site, so it crosses over East Devon and Dorset. That is basically...
No, It's
Axminster.
It's all stopped. Pinhoe, Cranbrook, Wimple, Fennerton, Honiton, Axminster.
There we go. So Great Western Railway do run it, and I believe it's
Barnstable.
Yeah, it's Barnstable to Axminster, and I think normally it's a 158 that does it.
Yeah, normally a 158.
There we go. Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, that's Axminster. Nice station building, and yeah, like I say, those are the facts about the station that I'll present to you here. Next stop for us is going to be Honiton.
But then there's a weird thing as well.
Go on.
Before we finish, is that once they leave here finishing the service, they'll do like an ECS back to the TMD at Exeter, but it goes via like Castle Carey and Yeovil and that.
Yeah, they do. It's interesting that. Anyway, next stop for us, Honiton. Right, we have now reached Honiton. We just got a bus over here. We've got an E200 operated by Stagecoach, and we've come over here to Honiton. This station, located in the quite big town in Devon of Honiton, it's in East Devon, serves an hourly service to London Waterloo and Exeter St David's. Now, Honiton used to have a terminating service here as well, which before South Western Railway sort of got rid of it, and I think it was like COVID that did it as well, there used to be a Exeter St David's to Honiton service, which used to serve Exeter College. We used to pick people up from Central and bring them back home towards Honiton, and then it went back to Exeter and then did an Axminster service and then did an empty stock move. So it kind of did both, but the fun thing was is as soon as it leaves Honiton, or left Honiton, went straight to Exeter Central, it didn't stop anywhere else. So that was quite interesting. 2 platforms here. Really only one of them gets used though, it's really weird. The second one does get used and has been used, but only ever used when 2 trains are crossing paths. They don't ever use it any other time. But the town is quite big. It's a pretty scenic town. It's got a nice little well, Devon countryside around it, so it is quite well situated. So this is Honiton, and any facts we'll add later on. Right, arriving now is the 10:55 South Western Railway service to London Waterloo from Exeter St David's, 159 007 008. Nice little two-tone. We'll see this one go out in a moment. There goes the 10:55 service to London Waterloo. Calling now at Axminster, Crewkerne, Yeovil Junction, Sherborne, Templecombe, Gillingham, Tisbury, Salisbury, Andover, Basingstoke, Woking, Clapham Junction, and finally London Waterloo. Total journey time, if you include the journey from Exeter St David's, of about 3.5 to 3 hours 40 minutes, around about that. Right, next up is our train, and we're going to Pinhoe. I'll update you soon. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the 11:16 South Western Railway service to Exeter St David's. To also add, station building you see there had an upgrade in 2011. That's the fact for you. But here's 159 107. I was going to say earlier, but we went to stop off at the shop for a drink because it's getting really hot. And we have 159 015. And we'll take this to Pinhoe, and we'll update you soon. Right, now made it into Pinhoe. So we're going to see this one go out, and then go from there. It's not saying that, is it? The 159 says it's going to Bishop's Lydiard on the West Somerset Railway. Okay then, right, that's a new low for 159s. Get GWR, they would do that. Southwestern Rail, what? Anyway, right, anyway, this is Pinhoe station. I already feel like I'm hallucinating here considering what I just saw at the back of those 159s. But anyway, it was 159103 and 159019, and they were heading over to, sorry, 015 I think it was actually, heading over to Exeter St David's. Now, this station is located on a passing loop on the West of England main line. You can tell the two platforms. It's located in suburban Exeter, so we are back in the city of Exeter. And the station, also, there's a level crossing there. Now, I have heard from people I know who live around here that if the level crossing goes down and you need to get to this platform from that side, you can't. You're screwed. You would miss the train, or you'd have to run for it when the crossing goes back up, like what we did on the Bedfordshire trip. It serves generally an hourly service, but there are some gaps where there aren't trains, and also there is a passing loop here. So as Spencer here has said before, and myself, we know there to be delays here at Pinhoe. This is probably the place where delays happen the most.
I mean, I was once delayed here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, Spencer was delayed here for 30 minutes. I've been delayed here for 40 minutes before, whilst waiting for a returning 159 that was seriously late.
I mean, one thing, when I was delayed, one failed on this line.
Yeah, it's not great. So yeah, it shows a line. It is difficult to manoeuvre sometimes, but you know, if they can get the job done, they get the job done. So yeah, that's Pinhoe. I'll update you soon. Right, quick fact about the station before we go. The station was reopened in 1983. There were glass and metal shelters here which people had to make do with when the station reopened. It was a bit of a pigsty when it opened. Passenger numbers here though are increasing because the area this is ever expanding, I believe, anyway. So and Exeter's quite a big city and expands up quite largely, so the numbers are always going up. During COVID they would have gone down, but yeah, the station did have a, like the others, did have a reopening due to some campaigning. So a lot of this line is very similar in that sense. I'll update you soon. Next stop for us is Exeter Central. Shot of the level crossing, not actually trespassing, don't worry, but this is the level crossing shot. No trains due here for a little while, so it's all good. And up here's an old signal box. So yeah, Pinhoe's got quite a fair bit going for it in the sense of how it looks. It's not the best looking on the line, it must be said, but yeah, it does the job. It's actually in a village, by the way, the village of Pinhoe, which is in East Devon. This is probably the last village you go to before you go, so yes. Right now here is 15247 heading out on a Great Western Railway service to, it's the 1220 service to Exmouth from Pinhoe. 15247 on its own, how fun. And we're now here at Exeter Central. Now I have already done this station on the series, so I'm not going to talk too much about here. It is just a change point here at Exeter Central. But see if any trains come in during the wait. Okay, arriving in now is going to be the 1222 Great Western Railway service from Exmouth to Pinhoe, and this one's going to be formed of 166214, it looks like, or is it 213? 213. 166213 on this one.
He wants to get this to Exeter St David's.
And this one we'll see go out in a minute, heading over to Pinhoe. there goes 166213 on the 1222 Great Western Railway service to Pinhoe from Exeter. Arm curves around, next stop will be Exeter St David's, and then it will reverse to call at St Thomas, Starcross,
It's going to stop at Thomas.
Dawlish Warren, Dawlish, Teignmouth, Newton Abbot, Torquay and Pinhoe. Although that one might, is that one, no, I think that one, is that one going straight to Warren?
No, it's all stations.
That's all stations, is it? Okay. There we go then. Okay, up next for us is 15243, I believe. This is the 1233 Great Western Railway service to Okehampton, and we're taking this to Okehampton. And it is 15243 taking us there. We'll update you when we reach Okehampton. Right, we have now reached Okehampton station. This station has recently been reopened to national rail services and has got a very lovely feel to it. Now Okehampton is served by an hourly service in between Exeter Central and Okehampton, with the last service of the day only terminating, I believe, at Exeter St David's. However, that's not the only thing that serves Okehampton, because it also is home to the Dartmoor Railway, which runs to Adam will know this. Where, you know where it runs to, the Dartmoor Railway?
That way to Meldon.
Melbourne.
Meldon.
Meldon.
Because there used to be a quarry further down the line at Meldon.
Right.
And that's where they basically, I think down, there's not really much here, but down at Meldon there's more stuff.
Ah, okay, so there you go, Meldon. Now this station obviously is basically managed by the Dartmoor Railway, and it has a lot of old GWR advertising signage and things like that, safety notices, but the station's very green to reflect that of the Southern Railway, yes.
Not the Southern with GCR, but proper old.
Yeah, the proper old Southern Railway. Got a signal box, it's got and two very lovely platforms. Now I believe the second platform is the Dartmoor Railway platform, and the first platform here is for the services to Exeter, so yes. And as you can see, the station basically looks like a massive heritage museum. So yeah, that's Okehampton, and we'll update you in a minute. Very, very nice station, with some very old signage as well. Actually, I'm going to very quickly go up here and show you the old signage. Right there it is, lovely. So, fun fact about Okehampton for you. So this station, before it was an hourly service, was served by only National Rail services on summer Sundays. So during the months of June and September, they would do services to Okehampton, but only on the Sundays in the summertime. So it was a seasonal service, a Sunday seasonal, which you don't actually get very much of. So also the station, I don't know if he's still here, but the station did have a station cat, which was called, I think it was Percy. Yes, it was Percy. But yeah, whether Percy's must either be hiding away or I didn't keep up, but last time I saw Percy was getting on quite a bit, so I don't know. But I know the station did have a station cat. Well, I don't know if he's still around. If anyone can confirm in the comments, because I don't actually know whether he is or not. So yeah, that's anyway, back on the train now. Our next station that's going to be covered on the series is Dawlish Warren. We're going to head back to Exeter St David's. Right, now time to head back on 15243. We've had a little look around Okehampton. Only a 10-minute wait here, just due to what we're doing today. So next stop for us is Dawlish Warren as we get off at Exeter St David's. We'll take you when we get there. Right, arriving here is 166207. As we've now reached Exeter St David's. Covered this station already. So this is just a change point as we head to Dawlish Warren, but we'll update you in a minute with the new trains. 166207 is heading to Pinhoe from Exmouth. There goes 15243. That's heading off to Exeter Central from Okehampton. Right, arriving in now is going to be the 1413 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Penzance. Only filming this because I haven't seen a single IET all day, and just adding the variety to the video. Arriving here we have 802006, which is the BBC Radio Cornwall Make a Difference, which is a pretty cool one. They got like a little plaque on there, or a little design on there. It's really cool. Anyway, we'll update you when this one leaves. Right, the final now is the 1413 Great Western Railway service from London Paddington to Penzance. Lovely way from the driver, 802006. And it is another Make a Difference one, but it's BBC Radio Devon. It's 802018, which is Make a Difference Radio Devon. So they pretty much got the perfect set on that one. Basically the Make a Difference set, that's what it is. Cornwall, Radio Cornwall and Radio Devon both together. Decent that. Didn't think that would happen. Well, unless it was intentional, which you never know. But anyway, update you soon. Alright, the partner now is the 1419 Great Western Railway service to Barnstaple, formed of 158951. Three car 158s, if you did wonder, have basically moved here, but they are also still seen on Cardiff to Portsmouth Harbour, so you will still see them on there, but the majority of the time they are on the Tarka line going to Barnstaple to increase capacity, and I think it's pretty good. So sometimes the turbo goes on it, and sometimes they roll back the years and put a 150 on it, but you know. Anyway, next stop for us now will be Dawlish Warren. Right, upon our now is the 1425 South Western Railway service to London Waterloo. .59, 005 and 001. Heading over to Exeter Central, its next stop, and then continuing to London Waterloo.
The next train to arrive
via several places that take a long time.
will be the 1429 Great
Update you soon.
Railway service to
Right, arriving in now is the 1429 service from Exmouth to Pinhoe with Great Western Railway. It's 158760.
All the windows are open at the
And we've got this to Dawlish Warren.
now I have to stay here to be the office. I told you it was going to stop landing.
And we'll update you when we get to Dawlish Warren.
Oh, No, it's alright, don't worry.
Right, now here at Dawlish Warren.
Bloody hell, he's nice.
We're in. Oh, amazing. Right, so don't press it yet.
Oh, what? Well, I'm going anyway. Bye, video.
Tay's off for a bit.
Put on the seawall so I don't come here regularly.
Tay's off for a bit, so we'll see him soon. He's off to get some pictures up on the seawall. But yeah, we're now here at Dawlish Warren, and we'll update you in a moment when E158 heads off. Off goes 158 to 760. So, Dawlish Warren, it's just suddenly got empty. This station, surprisingly, I've not been to on every platform yet, but here we are. This station, Dawlish Warren, is basically a fun fair. When you get off and you go out, you've got like roller coasters and arcades and rides and everything, go-karting. It's actually a really nice, it's actually probably one of the nicest parts of Devon because of what it has to offer for people like families and kids who have a day out.
Do you think Plymouth is better?
I don't think Plymouth's better, actually. I think Plymouth is probably bottom of the barrel when it comes to any place in Devon. Anyway, so, and also I also think Exeter is that, so yeah. Lesser of two evils is Plymouth, sorry Exeter people. Dawlish Warren, the station serves a fair few services, so it normally serves Pinhoe to Exmouth. It also serves some Cardiff Central services from Penzance and to Penzance, and during the summer I believe CrossCountry have stopped here before, and so have Great Western Railway on the London Paddington services.
In the weekday in the evening there's also Penzance to Gloucester.
Oh yes, and there is a Gloucester service that also calls here as well, which comes from Penzance. So but on that HST diagram thing, but yeah, that's kind of how Dawlish Warren works. Now, interesting fact about this station. Now, something pretty common that happens at Dawlish Warren, and Spencer will know this pretty well, being a local lad to the station, is that this station does have trains that wait here for quite a long time. And the reason being is because the two lines here, the main lines, are used to allow faster trains to overtake, and the relief lines, the trains will wait in here.
Sometimes you wait here for about up to 10 minutes.
Up to 10 minutes normally. And that's if the train isn't late. Otherwise it goes ahead and then holds up that train. So yeah, CrossCountry should know that pretty well. Happens to them all the time. Also the nearest station to the famous Langstone Rock, which is just along the coast over there, and is very good for photography. So if you like photography, Langstone Rock is amazing. I'm sure Spencer can back that up if you've been up it. You've been up the rock?
I have.
I've been up the rock, and Brandon's been up the rock. It's really nice. Update you soon.
It's quite a big climb to get.
Yeah, it is. Big climb, but it's worth it. Anyway, update you soon. Before we do anything else, it's time for the yellow button.
Please wait.
If it connects to a human being, this would be funny.
This station, Dawlish Warren.
No, it didn't.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 1454 Great Western Railway service to Exmouth. Some stops are only made by request. Please ensure the conductor knows where you wish to alight. The next train to arrive at platform 1 will be the 1511 Great Western Railway service to Pinhoe.
There we go. 1448 is still showing, and there's the beep. So it's weird, but yes, 1511 is the next one. Right, passing through now, we've got a cross-country service from Derby to Plymouth.
Georgie, look. Watch.
That's heading over to Plymouth from Derby. Unfortunately, no cross-country HSTs are out today due to the engineering works, which are running between Derby and Sheffield. But that was 221 136 on the rear, and on the front, 221 ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Had to do it, I'm sorry. Poor Brandon. Okay, going out there is 152.33 and 152.46. That is on the 15.16. Actually no, it's the delayed 15.12. I think 15.11 or something like that anyway. Great Western Railway service from Exmouth to Pinhoe. So that one goes, that one's a bit late. Just waiting here at the moment at Dawlish Warren. The station is also, by the way, right next to a golf course. As well as a fun fair, it's also a golf course on the other side if you want to be more peaceful. But this whole area is a massive seaside resort, and it is probably one of the unique stations in the country for being right next to one and basically serving one.
One of the best in the UK, I reckon.
I probably wouldn't go that far, but I would probably say...
What do you reckon then?
Well, there's not nicer stations, but this station is lovely by the coast. But there's many other stations which are by the coast, which in my view are nicer. But still, I really like Dawlish Warren. Next station for us is Starcross. I'm going to update you when we're on the train to go there. Okay, in comes 152.47. We'll be taking this to Starcross. How fun! I'll get you soon. Alright, we're now here at Starcross. That was a big gap.
That gap is steep.
Yeah, they announced Timothy's gap even more than they do Starcross. Anyway, 15.23 to Exmouth. We haven't got too long here, unfortunately, but it is just to show off the station and all its beauty. Obviously, we'll come back here to do more spotting and focused videos, but yeah, here we have 152.47 heading off. There goes 152.47. So this is Starcross. This station is a very quiet station located in the village of Starcross in Devon, and the station is really beautiful. I admire the station. I've always said that this station on the Riviera line is my favourite, just because of how amazing it actually is. So it's right, yeah, it is. It's right by the I'd say the sea. Yeah, it's right. I don't know. Yeah, it's above the sea there. Yeah, I couldn't tell. I'm no good with determining what sort of water it is, whether it's going to be a river, whether it's going to be the sea. It's going to be a massive river, and everyone's going to correct me, but no, it's the sea. It does connect it with the River Ex though. This is sort of the big sea base it goes out to. The station is also connecting up with a ferry that takes you over to Exmouth, which is quite regular, and the station is amazing for spotting.
Yeah, you can see Exmouth.
And if you come here, you come here, as Spencer correctly said, you can see Exmouth from here. You can't see it on video, but the bit of land you're seeing where I'm panning the shot now is Exmouth, basically. This bit over here, more towards where I'm focused. And there's also the port for the ferry. Anyway, right, we can't stay here too long, unfortunately, but we will come back here for obviously more. But that is the station cleared. Starcross done. The next stop for us is Dawlish, but the next station to clear will be Ivybridge. But Dawlish is next. There is a yellow button, sadly, no time, but we did do the one at Dawlish Warren, so that makes up for it. Update you soon. Just give you another idea as well, right? Just outside Starcross as well. I just heard a HST. Which is that coming, is it?
I just heard a time.
Right, I'm gonna run up. Look up. I think we've got a HST due. I heard a horn, but we'll see. We do. Bristol Temple Mead to Penzance. Here it comes. .43154 and 43027. And that's Bristol Temple Meads to Penzance, so that one goes. Right, we're now here at Dawlish now, and about to pass through. There's going to be an IET which is heading to Penzance from London Paddington.
Platform 1 does not stop here. Stand back from the platform.
Seagull almost got hit there. (802.112) there, heading over to Penzance from London Paddington.
1629.
So there goes that one. So we're here at Dawlish. Just at the moment, this is just a change point for us, but we're going to be heading over to Ivybridge shortly. But before we do, we're going to get off at Newton Abbot and see something quite special, and then we're going to head to Ivybridge. We'll update you soon. Right, arriving now is 1637 Great Western Railway service to Penzance from Bristol Temple Meads. This is our train, which just making a decision on where we're taking it to at the moment. Was going to be Newton Abbot, but there's a delay on another service that we get. So in theory, it should be Ivybridge on this one. 43162 and 008. No, 088 even. Taking this to what should be Ivybridge. We'll update you soon.
Ivybridge.
Right, we've now made it into Ivybridge. The one station in South Devon I've not actually visited yet, so now's the perfect opportunity to do it. We'll talk more about this station in a minute, but we'll let the HST go out. It's 43162 and 088. Chucking something in the bin. I'll update you in a minute when this one goes. Right, the partner now is 43162 and 088 heading over to Penzance. Is one of the best sounding HSTs I've heard in a while.
The thing is, I thought it caped because it didn't move after the driver applied power, and then what he's done, he's put the power on, he's kept the brake on, and then what he's done, once the amps are built, he's let off the brake and he's gone.
Yeah. Good, decent impression. Right, Ivybridge, slightly staggered platforms.
I don't want to be.
Also a station that is pretty much desolate and not looked after.
Can I just say, do you know them two? Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, go on video.
Anyway, so this station doesn't have any ticket facilities. Opened in 1994, so it's a more recently opened station, serving the town of Ivybridge in South Devon. Also serves South Brent, which is sort of near to Ivybridge. It is also renowned for having the first Great Western signage and not actually having a Great Western Railway signage. Like I said, the station has absolutely no ticketing facilities, so it is completely useless in that sense. And you have to buy tickets on the train, and obviously they've got the classic departure boards that do cave in at times. As for station, you guys will probably know me, and he is going to get a shout out. You know Kean lives there too, so that's obviously the other fact, which most of you all know anyway, considering he's been in many videos. But yes,
How's your yellow button itch?
it's not even here.
No, but how was it?
It was great. Anyway, so we'll update you soon. We're going to head to Plymouth next and then go to the final station of the day.